I can't with these thumbnails. But anyways, hi guys, what's up? I'm back with another reaction video. And we're gonna check out a video called Weirdest Pre-Game Rituals. I don't know what that was hard to say. In NBA history. So I'm not gonna ramble or anything. Let's get straight into this video.
One player eats plastic before games, while another has to use the girls' bathroom. These are the weirdest pre-game rituals in NBA history. And there's no better player to start with than Kawhi Leonard. I mean, his pre-game routine is illegal. See, when Kawhi was on the Raptors, he had a pretty normal routine. Kawhi would get dressed, stretch, listen to music, and just hype himself up for the night. But in 2019, when he signed with the Clippers, things took a really weird turn. Before every single game, Kawhi kicks every girl out of the women's bathroom, so he can have it all to himself. But it gets even weirder. Kawhi is so private about whatever he's doing in there that he gathers up the entire team's training staff to guard the door, all so he's undisturbed in the women's bathroom.
This is not
Just
true.
think about that. No girl could use the bathroom unless Kawhi gives him the okay. Man.
Where did they get this information from? There's no way.
I knew he was weird, but I didn't know he rolled like this. Yeah, his teammates and coaches, they all thought this was weird as hell. But the Clippers already signed Kawhi for $103 million. So is anyone gonna tell him to stop? No. And apparently, this is still his pre-game ritual to this day. Now, okay, Kawhi sitting in the female bathroom, that's really weird. But at least his pre-game ritual wasn't deadly like Butler's. Ever since Butler was a teenager, he's been addicted to soda, and he absolutely needed it to play basketball. Before every single game,
I'm here thinking it's gotta be something serious.
Butler would drink an entire 2-liter bottle of Mountain Dew. I'm talking about the bottles that look like this, the goddamn party-sized bottles. Actually, I left out one detail. He drank two of those 2-liter bottles of Mountain Dew before every single game. This dude was drinking 15 times the amount of sugar that the American Heart Association deems safe on a daily basis. And he was doing that in just a few minutes. That is so much sugar.
No way, this cannot be true. The video just started.
Could kill him. But it wasn't until Butler joined the Wizards that he got the wake-up call he needed. I mean, the man was losing friends, family, and sleep because of this monster taking over his life. He couldn't get out of bed, work out, or most importantly, play basketball. Things were getting crazy. The man admitted he has 6 refrigerators at home, all of them filled with only soda. If he continued with this horrible habit, it could have led to the end of his career, or even worse, his life. So the Wizards had to put a stop to it, officially banning Butler from drinking Mountain Dew in 2007. Yeah, that actually happened. And after this, he opened up on how serious the problem really was, saying, I was going through withdrawals. Honestly, those first 2 weeks without the Dew were the roughest 2 weeks of my life. I'm talking headaches, sweats, and everything. Alright, look, I like a Dew or two, you know, I get it. But this dude was literally a crackhead for soda. I can't relate to that, man, I'm sorry.
That's the sugar, you guys, that's the sugar. No addiction is good, it could be anything.
Oh, great, Butler solved his Mountain Dew issues and lived happily ever after, right? Nope. This dude had to pick up an even crazier pre-game ritual to replace it. Like, just listen to this.
Before every game, I start at the nearest Burger King, McDonald's, grab straws, grab a handful of straws, and come to the game and start chewing and start working out. Just something that I do just to calm my nerves.
That's something I did growing up.
I'd rather chew on straws than gum.
There now is a specific straw you like. You will only choose McDonald's.
Everyone who don't like plastic straws, like people in LA.
Straws. Why is that?
The taste, the texture, everything. It just works out perfect for me.
Hold up. Imagine you just walk into the locker room and your teammate is literally—
Don't tell me you guys haven't like chewed it. He's not like he's eating it, but you know.
Literally eating straws in front of you. What?
Apparently,
Butler would do this ritual every day to calm himself down. And on average, he chewed 12 straws per day. Before games, during games, and after.
What?
So I guess his team—
I'm trying to cover this guy's ass and he's like doing weird.
Teammates got pretty used to it.
You know, it's an everyday routine, everyday thing, so.
You don't worry about him like choking on a straw or something?
If you ain't choked by now, you ain't gonna choke, I guess.
Okay. Did you want to try one? I got a bunch of them if you want to try to chew one or something.
Nah, I'm cool.
How
did chew gum?
But in 2010, the league came knocking. They can't have an NBA player with massive influence running around with plastic in his mouth. You know, kids are going to do whatever their role model does. And the NBA is not trying to cause a whole generation of kids to choke on straws. So the league ordered Butler to stop and explained that it was a serious safety and health concern. But hey, at least the weird stuff that he was doing was banned. I can't say the same for Rajon Rondo. His crazy pregame ritual started during his time on the Celtics. It was there that he met his mentor, Kevin Garnett. Kevin took his own rituals very, very seriously. Like, just take a look at this. This man is talking to himself and banging his head into the hoop. Somehow, Rondo saw this and thought he was a good role model? I don't know. Anyways, Garnett told Rondo that pregame rituals can make or break a player. And when Garnett proved it by winning a championship, Rondo had no choice but to believe him. So, Rondo started to brainstorm some pregame routines. Go for a jog? Nah. Do some push-ups? Nah. Listen to music? Nah. Rondo landed on one pregame ritual that everyone should be doing. He dropped a like and subscribe to the channel. Yeah.
He got me.
Oh, but we can't help you until you subscribe. He also admitted to taking 5 individual showers before every single game.
What?
And this routine is on a very strict schedule. Each shower is separated by 30 minutes. And his final shower has to come 45 minutes before tip-off, or else he won't even show up. I know this sounds weird, but there's actually a pretty logical reason for this. Rondo carefully plans out his entire game plan and takes his notes on a notepad in the shower. I don't really understand how that works. What is he just taking notes on a soggy notepad? Whatever, I'm not trying to see Rondo in the shower to find out. I guess if you're a germaphobe, 5 showers before a game is understandable, but peeling the skin off of your hands before every game like Monte Ellis? There's no way there's a logical reason for that.
Wait, what?
Right?
Well,
back in 2008, when Monte was playing for the Warriors, he randomly started scoring 25 points per game, and no one understood why. But according to Monte, it came from his disturbing pregame ritual. See, that same year, Monte suffered an injury that changed his career forever. A torn ligament in his finger. And during his recovery, he started experimenting with all kinds of treatments. Rest, ice baths, cryotherapy, but none of it was working. Until one day, he started dipping his hands into some sticky white goo.
Monte has a hot hand even before he takes the court, thanks to an unusual pregame ritual that's all his own.
It's another secret, y'all can't use this.
Oh.
If you try it, it ain't gonna work for you.
It's
my
like
magic.
wax.
Only for me to do. Really warm my hands up. A few years ago, I had a torn ligament in my left ring.
They were talking about he peeling off his skin. Like, that's some wax.
Ever
Like when you do candles.
I've just been doing it and it's just became a habit.
I'm not sure what that stuff is, but someone please remind me not to dap this man up. Alright, but for real, Monte would dip his hands in wax and then peel the layers off, which took all the dead skin from his hands. Apparently, he liked that it smoothed out his skin, so he continued to do this before every game for the rest of his career. And it's said that his hands are as smooth as a baby's bottom to this day. But as weird as that is, Jason Terry has Monte beat, cause Jason's routine involves sleeping with the opposing team. And it all started when he was in college at Arizona.
What?
It was the night before Terry's national championship game, and he decided his skill alone wasn't gonna be enough to win. So that night, he performed a ritual that no other player has ever done.
And the night before each game, I sleep in the opposing team's game shorts.
Hold up. This man's sleeping with the other team's shorts? Disrespectful. He went on to do this before every single game he had in the NBA. But what's crazier is that when it came to game day, Terry needed very specific clothes on and food on his plate.
Gotta have the high socks, got it from my father, you know, seen a picture of him in a yearbook. Gotta have a headband, Gotta eat some form of chicken before every game.
Yeah, this dude is on one. Terry even admitted his daughters think he's a weirdo for this. But when you're speaking about legendary three-point shooters, you can't bring up someone like Terry and not mention Steph and Curry. But how did someone like him become so great? Yep, you guessed it. Some weird-ass pre-game rituals. And if it weren't for what he does before games, he wouldn't be where he is today. Steph's got one pre-game routine that's impossible for any other player in the NBA. His tunnel shot. And if it weren't for a bet he made with the Warriors GM before a game, we never would have been seeing him perform this on a nightly basis. Steph said, "I was shooting it and Pat walked by, and we put a kinda funny bet on it, basically about who can buy the next meal. So I get 2 or 3 shots at it. If I didn't make it, I lost. If I made it, I won." And because Steph made the shot, that feeling made him do this before every single game.
It's tough because it's kind of like I give myself 5 shots. I don't want to be there all day if I miss them, but I don't know. It's just a little challenge to get ready for the game. It has nothing to do with actually playing 48 minutes of basketball, but it gives me a little competition with myself before we start, and I kind of rely on that. So obviously it's a show, it's entertaining. Me and Curtis have a good chemistry going. Even if I miss it, it's a cool little minute and a half where I can just have fun and try something crazy.
Look at Curry, man. So inspirational. Now, interestingly enough, another one of his rituals is something we also see LeBron James do. But Curry didn't get the idea from LeBron. The ritual Curry does was inspired by his mom.
Right on my shoes started back in college, and it's something my mom challenged me to do my first practice my freshman year. So that's now a 13-year tradition. And it just again reminds me who I'm playing for when I put my shoes on.
This video is called Weirdest.
To appreciate the opportunity I get to play the game.
Oh, I get it now. If I write on my shoes, I can hit shots like Curry. Now, all of these rituals, are they really necessary for someone like Steph to play so great? Well, he had this to say about it.
Rituals and routines are important just because there's so many games. We play over 100 throughout the year, including the playoffs. You need those things to kind of settle your nerves, just get your mind right, and just be able to relax and focus and enjoy what you get to do for a living. Those routines really just help me settle in. Appreciate the day, the build up to game time, and no matter what game it is, 182, playoffs, finals, whatever it is, it's just another basketball game that I gotta be ready to play.
You know, Steph's rise to greatness has been an incredible story. But unfortunately, not every NBA player has it so good. There's one NBA player that was on top of the world, and he managed to lose it all, eventually going homeless. I'm talking about Delonte West. From making millions to living on the streets, you've never seen a story like this. So trust me, you need to click on this video right here, because Delonte's life.
Oh my God. That's just sad, but that was the video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. This was a strange ending. But anyways, bye.